everybody. It is Tuesday night, which means it is our weekly success broadcast. Every single week, right here on Real Weight Loss Formula, we do a success broadcast and we talk about everything weight loss. 3 years ago, I was 161 pounds heavier than I am today. I spent my entire adult life overweight. I had struggled with my weight. I was the girl who would do a fad diet, lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, only to gain it all back, and sometimes then some. I was on the roller coaster of weight loss, and it just really, I topped the scale at 288 pounds, a size 22, 24, and it wasn't until I had my second child where I was sitting at my table one night, because I was the mom that said, yes, I'm overweight, yes, I'm morbidly obese, but my kids never will be. And I sat there thumbing through a parenting magazine, and I read the statistic that parents, overweight and morbidly obese parents, if kids have one parent that's overweight, they are twice as likely to be overweight. If they have two parents that are overweight, and at the time my husband was 50 pounds overweight, they were 400% more likely to be overweight. I realized in that moment, it really didn't matter what I said, it was about what I did. So that night I made a decision, and within 13 short months, I lost 161 pounds. I went from a size 22 all the way down to a size 2. I've been able to maintain that now for several years. And today I'm a health coach. I help people lose weight. I help them shrink their butt. I help them get their dream body. And yeah, it's so every single week we come to you live with tips on lots of different things to help you lose weight. And last week was part 1 in this series of food prepping. And so tonight, if you look around, we are coming to you from my kitchen. We are going to actually be putting some food prep into practice, and then we're going to actually be going through some simple tips that you can start applying tomorrow. Simple tips, even if you just took 1 or 2 of these things and applied them, it's going to make your life simpler, easier, and it's going to make the scale go down. So before we get started, every single week we do our Sprout Shout. And our Sprout Shout is some positive things that are happening with some of the clients that we work with. And tonight we have a pretty amazing Sprout Shout. And again, these are just from the past week. These aren't from 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. These are just from the past week. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump right in. Judy F. lost 4.1 pounds. Judy, freaking incredible. Good job. Kim B. lost 3 pounds and is into a size 2. This is a mother. She's got grown kids. And you know, a lot of times once we become a mom, we kind of give up on ever getting smaller than we were before we got pregnant, but we definitely give up on getting back into the size we were before we were pregnant. Kim is in a size 2. She sent me a message the other day. She's like, oh my gosh, like I am going to look good in a bikini. I need help finding a bikini. Help me. Ruth lost 2.4 pounds last week and 4 inches. Jade lost 9.4 pounds last week and 19.5 inches. I don't even know how that's possible. Tracy lost 3.2 pounds and 4 inches. Kathy lost 3.9 pounds last week. Teresa lost 4 pounds last week. Beatrice lost 2 pounds and she can do a burpee. If you don't know what a burpee is, it is like Satan's punishment. I believe if I didn't go to heaven and I went to hell, it would be nonstop burpees on like a bed of fire or something like that. Yeah. Lionel lost 6.4 pounds. Leslie lost 4 pounds. She is at her lowest weight since before giving birth. Leslie started plugging into our coaching, our tips, our strategies, these broadcasts every single Tuesday, and has lost almost 90 pounds since plugging in and applying tips just like what you're going to hear tonight. Nicole B. lost 2 pounds. Sydney from the UK lost 10 pounds. Sydney just got started in the coaching program. This was his very first week in the coaching program and lost 10 pounds. Sydney, I'm so proud of you, brother. Good job. Melanie, 3.4 pounds last week, busting through a plateau she had been stuck at. Amy, 6 pounds. Janice, 9 inches last week. Karen, 2.3 pounds. Sue B. lost 4 pounds last week. And Sue B is recovering from a knee replacement surgery. So she couldn't even take part like fully in the fitness part of the coaching program. She had to modify and she had to do what she could. But even doing what she could, she still lost 4 pounds last week. Jen S, 2 pounds last week. Katie C, 3 pounds last week. Kim, 4.4 pounds last week. Vicky, 7 pounds, 8 inches. Sarah, a breastfeeding mom. She's been drinking our meal replacement shake, Shakeology. And since drinking the Shakeology, she's a breastfeeding mother of twins. She's actually had better milk production. The only thing that's changed is the fact that she is drinking this drink every single day, 7 days a week, and has noticed that her breast milk is thicker, better, and producing more. I guess if you're one of those babies, you're pretty happy. Brandy, last week, went from a size 8 to a size 6. She dropped an entire pant size in one stinking week. Susan fits back into her wedding dress from 21 years ago. 21 years ago, she hasn't put it on since 2 years after they got married, and she now can fit back into that wedding dress. Carol, bless her heart, Carol went camping. They were on a family camping trip this past week where they had no Wi-Fi signal. Carol managed to do every single one of the workouts she committed to in our 7-day boot camp that she was a part of last week. Carol, you are a freaking animal. I'm so proud of you. So I don't know if you needed any inspiration, but if you did, that's some inspiration. And these are people just like you, just like me, people all the way from 18 up into almost 70 years old. Just out of high school up to grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, people who used to fail at weight loss, people who have tried and struggled and been frustrated getting these kind of results, not starving themselves, real life applicable dips, real food. It's just amazing. I was inspired writing these down, so I hope you were inspired as well. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you are here every single week, hi. This is a interactive broadcast. So you have these little emojis on the bottom of your screen, and they have the like, you have the heart, you have the ha-ha, you have the sad face, and then you have the angry face. So the only way that I know that I'm talking to anybody is if you are pressing your emojis. So please interact. It helps me know that I'm not talking just to cyberspace, and it actually helps you pay more attention and get more out of the call. So tonight, there's no introduction. We're doing some food prep in the kitchen. We're gonna be doing a combination of what I do and some different stuff, because depending on where we're at, depending on the week we're having, our travel plans, there's several different things that I do. So we're gonna be kind of going through a Mod Podge of stuff, all which you can apply. And again, you can take, if we go through 10 things, you can take 5 of them and apply them, or 2 of them and apply them, or you can be really ambitious and be like, Carmen, I'm gonna do all of them. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna flip around here to behind my cooktop here. All right, so last week in our first series, we kind of laid out the basics of food prep. And we kind of laid out just some simple strategies the first thing before you can food prep is you need to plan what you're eating. It's really hard to food prep if you don't know what you're eating. It's really hard to food prep if you don't have the food to prep. And it's really hard to do it on the fly. One of the things I hear from a lot of people about food prep is that it's stressful. It takes a lot of time and they don't like to do it. I will tell you, the most important part about food prep is the planning that goes into it before you even start prepping. If you plan properly before you start prepping, the prepping part is gonna be super, super, super simple, okay? All right, so first and foremost, I laid out our every Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday is typically the day I go shopping, so I shopped a day early today. But I laid out our menu for the next week. Our entire family eats the same thing. My husband eats more calories than I do, so he eats the same things. He just gets more quantity than I do, okay? So first and foremost, I kind of want to walk through the meal plan so you know what we're going to be prepping. And if you would like a copy of this meal, this is a 7-day meal plan based off a 1,200 calorie diet. It includes 3 meals a day and snacks. So if you would like a copy of this meal plan sent to your inbox, all you have to do is like and share the video. You like and share the video, you are going to, this live broadcast that you're on right now, you are going to get a copy of this 7-day meal plan sent to your inbox. All right, so I want to go through this and then we'll start breaking it down. So on day 1, here's what I would typically have for, this is what I'm going to eat tomorrow. For breakfast, I am going to have, you're going to hear me talk about Shakeology. I'll explain what that is in a minute if you don't know, but just bear with me. If you don't know what it is, just say, okay, she's going to tell me later. So for breakfast, I'm going to have Shakeology with 2 cups of cashew milk. I'm going to have 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt with 1 cup of strawberries. That'll be my breakfast tomorrow morning. And that's a lot of food. 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt with 1 cup of strawberries, that's 2.5 cups of food. For lunch, I'm going to have chicken tacos. So I'm going to have 4 ounces of chicken breast, baby spinach, purple onion, tomato with 3 corn tortillas. So tomorrow I'm going to have 3 full, busting out of the seams, chicken tacos. For dinner, I'm going to have lemon garlic chicken, broccoli, and a sweet potato. And then my snacks tomorrow are 1.5 cups of strawberries and 1 chocolate rice cake. Thursday, I'm going to do the same thing for breakfast. I'm going to have Shakeology, my Greek yogurt with strawberries. For lunch, I'm going to have 1 cup of cauliflower, 1 serving of carrots. I like to do Greek yogurt as like a ranch dip. So I do Greek yogurt with Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. I'm going to have 4 ounces of lemon garlic chicken and 1 chocolate rice cake. For dinner, I'm going to have 1 cup of brown rice, 6 ounces of chicken with diced tomatoes and crushed tomatoes. It's going to be in kind of like a sauce. And then I'm going to eat that over the rice with 2 cups of green beans. I'm not going to go through all of this. I'm just going to go through a couple of the days. Day 3 for breakfast, I'm going to have vanilla Shakeology with oatmeal, peanut butter, and strawberries. So in the oatmeal, there's going to be peanut butter and there's going to be strawberries inside the oatmeal. My son is supposed to be in bed. So hold on. Aiden, mommy's doing a video. You need to get in bed. Obey. Aiden, go to your room now, son. This is live video. So when you have live video, you just get what you get. I'm a mom of a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. Bedtime is 8 o'clock. Their bedtime's normal, well, 45 minutes ago. But anyway, and then for lunch, I'm gonna have a big fat chicken salad. For dinner, I'm going to have a spicy black bean burger. If you've never had a spicy black bean burger, oh my gosh, you are so missing out. This is one of my staples. It's something we have pretty regularly around here with broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, and yeah. So I'm going to go through this as we go. And so one of the nights for dessert, I'm even going to have ice cream. And all of these meals, every single day is 1,200, like the first day was 1,180 calories. The second day was 1,198 calories. The third day was 1,199. The fourth day was 1,193. So this is all based on 1,200 calories. And if you're eating more than that, then you can just, like for my husband, he'll eat more sweet potato or more rice or more chicken, or he'll have an extra taco at lunchtime. So we just give him more quantity of food, but he eats the same exact stuff. My cameraman is yawning. I hope I'm not boring you guys. Are they interacting, cameraman? Mm-hmm. They are interacting. She said, mm-hmm. I know you heard her. So see, she's giving you props. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. So some of this stuff I prep and some of it I don't. So first and foremost, I'm going to tell you what I do in my kitchen. What I did that helped me lose 161 pounds in 13 months. And then at the end, I'm going to go over some extra stuff you can do if I'm traveling or if we have a busy week or whatnot. All right. So first and foremost, once I have my menu planned for the week, then I make a list of the foods, because how do you know what you need to buy? If you go to the store and you don't know what you need to buy, you're going to make it a lot harder on yourself. So I made a list. So like Greek yogurt, I needed 7 cups of that. Strawberries, I needed 6 cups of that. Chicken, I needed 4 pounds. Ground turkey, I needed 8. This is what I needed for me. Obviously, if you have a family, you would just multiply it out. Ground turkey, I needed 1/2 pound. Sweet potato, I needed 3.5 cups. Brown rice, I needed 2.5 cups. Broccoli, I needed 8 servings. Green beans, I needed 3 servings. I needed 6 tomatoes. So I kind of know what I'm going to get when I go to the grocery store. So I'm not overbuying. I'm not having to throw stuff away. Because here's the thing. If you buy a cucumber and it rots in the refrigerator, it is like cash in the trash. It is like taking your dollar bill, wadding it up, and throwing it away. If you have a clump of tomatoes, you overbuy on tomatoes, and they go bad, and you throw them away. It is like taking $2 of your money. Imagine someone coming into your wallet, they grab $2 bills, they crumple it up, and they throw it in the trash. you would like be ready to fight. You'd be like, hey brother, what are you doing? That is my money, give it back. So don't overbuy. Make sure you're planning out what you need so that you buy exactly what you need versus buying extra. Here's what I will tell you too. When you buy exactly what you need, it keeps you from overeating. Because you know that you only have enough tomatoes to get you through what you're supposed to be eating. So if you, I guess if you mow down on extra tomatoes, you can only do so much damage, but it's going to keep you accountable to only eat what you're supposed to be eating as well. All right. Where the heck do I want to start? I think we're going to come over here and I'm going to start with some of the fruit. Because inside of my fruit, well, I'll show you. Everything that you guys see here, this is what we're going to be eating for the next week. This is all in our meal plan for the next week. All of this food that you're going to see, we're going to have people over several times this week to eat with us. Our entire groceries that you are seeing here today for a family of 4, all of this cost $89.24. So $89.24 for all the food that you're going to see me showing you tonight. And that's all fresh fruit, all fresh veggies, meats, everything that you're going to see tonight is that. So come on over here, cameraman, camera woman. It's my mom. All right. I feel like really far away from me. Can you come a little closer? There we go. Okay. So grapes. When I get home with grapes, the first thing I do is pick them off the stems, I wash them, and I put them inside of a big Ziploc bag, okay? This will be stuff that my kids will snack on. This week, I'm eating grapes twice this week, either part of breakfast, part of lunch, part of a snack, and I'm eating 1 cup of them. So immediately out of that bag, I take my 2 servings of grapes, and I put 1 cup in a bag. Because I don't know about you, but if I go sit down with this bag, I have no clue. And I can guess, but when I was guessing, I was morbidly obese. When I was guessing, I was like really overweight. So clearly my guessing wasn't working. Does that make sense? So I have my grapes portioned out for me so that when I go in the fridge, I'm a busy mom. My husband and I have several companies. I'm the accountant. I'm the housekeeper. You know, we are all busy adulting. We all have busy lives going on. And so when you make things convenient for yourselves, one of the biggest reasons why we go through the drive-thru is because it's convenient. We don't have to do anything. When we're on the go, a lot of times I never used to eat breakfast because I didn't have time. Look, I can grab this out of the refrigerator. It takes no time. I literally open up the refrigerator, grab it out, and we're ready to go, okay? And again, you will eat this stuff if it's ready to go. If the grapes are dirty and they're sitting in the bunches, a lot of times they're more likely to rot because you're not gonna take the time to do it. When you take them off the stems, you wash them, you clean them, you put them in the refrigerator, this is easy. It is convenient. It is ready to go. It is setting yourself up for success versus setting yourself up for failure. Same thing here with our broccoli. Broccoli and cauliflower, you're gonna see in a little bit. This is something I have for lunch a lot of times, or with lunch as a side, or when I'm cooking it. So I de-stem it, I clean it, and it goes in bags or Tupperware dishes. These plastic bags, when you're just using them for vegetables, you can actually rinse them out and use them 4 or 5 times, so you don't have to use a new bag every single time. My apples. I don't do much with an apple. If you try to cut this ahead of time, it's going to get brown. So just know the amount of apples if you're eating apples, oranges, pears, plums, peaches, and just buy what you need. But no sense to cut it ahead of time because, you know, fruit like this, apples, plums, it gets bad when you cut it. Carrots. I buy carrots by the big 5-pound bag. And when I buy them, I bring them home and I peel them. And I quarter them up just like this. Believe it or not, I used to buy baby carrots all the time. And baby carrots are $1.29 to $1.99 per pound. I can get a 5-pound bag of organic carrots for $2.99 up to $3.79 depending on where I get them. So I'm getting way more than, and my kids like them. My kids don't really care for baby carrots, but organic carrots chopped up just like this. And so for me, if I'm gonna plan this for lunch, I'm gonna weigh it out. For right here, this is 1 serving of carrots. So if I'm gonna be home, I won't weigh it out ahead of time. But if I know I'm gonna be on the go, I will weigh it out ahead of time, again, setting myself up for success. Same thing for me this week. This is gonna be one of my snacks. So I know that day I'm gonna be on the go. So I have a red bell pepper already quartered up and ready to go. These right here we use inside of salads. These are these little mini sweet peppers. I don't know if you've seen them. They're these little tiny sweet peppers. They are super sweet. We use them on salads. We use them on all kinds of things. Like really, these things are so freaking good on tacos, fajitas, salads, whatever. So we always dice these up. And at Aldi's, you can get like a big bag of them for $2.49. And they're just really good. They're really healthy. And you can dice them up and just keep them in the fridge just like this. Boiled eggs. Eggs is something, again, you can boil ahead of time. Put a couple in a bag. This is really good protein. It's a good fat. And you can boil it, peel it ahead of time. So every single week, I typically have a couple of these. Why? Because my kids, I'm not an egg person, but a lot of you probably are. But my kids and my husbands eat these. Strawberries. Again, I don't leave the strawberries in the container with the stems on them. Why? Because I won't go in there and grab them. It's not convenient. The strawberries will go bad. So what I do is I take my strawberries, I wash them, and then I dice them up right here in the bowl. So they're ready to go for me in the morning. In the morning when I eat these with my, like when I have a cup of them, I'll just take my little handy dandy cup right in the bowl. And again, do you see how much quicker this is than having to dice them and clean them? I'll take my cup and I'll pour that into whatever I'm having. That's so much easier and it takes so much less time than having to get out the container. Now we gotta wash them. Now we gotta pull the little green stems off. Now we gotta cut them up. The work is already done for you. It took me today an hour and I think 5 minutes to prep everything you're seeing here today. And if I'm gonna be on the go, I will take my servings of strawberries and just put them in a container for the week. Pineapple. Oh my gosh, I have to show you this. So pineapple here, we eat pineapple in our house. We have the little rings of pineapple and we have pineapple diced up. This is so good inside of Greek yogurt. You take some non-fat plain Greek yogurt and you put it with pineapple. Oh my good Lord. It's just good, trust me. I always buy the whole pineapples. Are you impressed? Like I did this. I ringed these all by myself. Look at those perfect little rings. I actually cheated. Check this baby out. If you ever have shopped at Aldi, right? Aldi, a couple weeks ago, they had this pineapple slicer on special for like $3.49, I think. And I looked it up on YouTube and I saw some chick using it and I thought, shut the front door. So you chop the top off your pineapple, you stick it in and you like turn it and it comes out with this long, it comes out basically with, it takes the core out of the pineapple and it comes with this like, kind of like a curly fry, but a curly pineapple. And all I did is cut them off and I have these little fresh rings and it literally took me a minute to do an entire pineapple. It took me less than 5 minutes to do an entire, to do 2 pineapples today. It was crazy, insane. So if you've been looking for easy way to slice your pineapple, don't pay extra money for it already sliced and cored. Go to Aldi, find one around you, get this pineapple slicer. They have it there this month. I just got it a couple weeks ago. This bad boy is amazing, amazing. My husband was watching me. He was like, what is that thing? I'm like, I don't know, come find out. And he's watching me and he's like, wow, that thing's really cool. How much was it? And I'm like, $3. So anyway, cheap, worth it, it's amazing. Okay. This right here is butter lettuce. And one of the things you're gonna see me, one of the things that I'm gonna make is like a chicken salad and I'm gonna eat it with lettuce. Now you can eat it with romaine. My favoriteest lettuce in the world to eat it on is this butter lettuce. This butter lettuce, it doesn't taste like butter. Don't let the name fool you. When I got it, I was like, this doesn't taste like butter. What the heck? But it has like a, I don't know. It's just like a really good taste to it. And it's just super good. And it's called butter lettuce. So you can use it with tacos. You can put chicken inside of here with some carrot sticks. But I just want to be able to show you. And this is really cheap at Aldi. This was $1. I shouldn't say really cheap. It was $1.99, which isn't super cheap. But at like Kroger or Walmart, this is $3 to $4. So Aldi is like the cheapest place that I have seen to get it. All right, so let's move back over here. Here I pre-cooked some quinoa. You can use quinoa or brown rice. They're very similar. Quinoa has a little bit more protein in it than brown white rice, but we eat both of them and they're both right around the same calorie range, but this is quinoa. I just cook this up and I put it in a bowl, okay? One of the days on here, we're gonna be having fajitas. So I chopped up all of my green pepper. And again, I want you to imagine coming home. What takes the longest? So hold on. For fajitas, we've got mushrooms, peppers, and onions. Okay? And then we're gonna eat it with chicken. What takes longest? Throwing this in the pan and letting it saute with some seasoning, or cutting all this stuff up? Prepping is what takes the longest. So after I do grocery shopping, I take the time to cut up everything that I'm gonna need. So then when I go to cook, all it is putting it in the pan and cooking it. I'm not having to spend all that time prepping it. Now you can cook this all ahead of time. I, like for fajitas, I would not cook this ahead of time. I would plan this for a night where I could cook it in the house. But if you're someone who wants to cook everything ahead of time, you absolutely can do that. Some of the things you can cook, quinoa. Quinoa heats up really, really well. What? All right. This is turkey taco meat. And this is Jennie-O turkey, 99% lean with taco seasoning. Now I put mushrooms and onions inside of my taco meat because meat, protein is good, right? However, protein is also a lot of calories. So for me, especially when I'm working out, I tend to get hungry because my body needs fuel when I'm working out. And so when I put mushrooms and onions inside of there, what's happening is it's filling up space in my tummy with vegetables too, not just meat. Does that make sense? And so I will put onions, mushrooms, sometimes I will put green peppers or red peppers or whatever you'd like to put. Most of the time, honestly, it's just mushrooms and onions inside of my taco meat. You can use ground beef. My favorite thing to use is ground turkey because once you get the seasoning on it and you get all the toppings on your taco, you can't tell a big difference. And even lean ground beef is twice the amount of calories as lean ground turkey, okay? All right, so we're gonna put this to the side. And I have two different kinds of chicken that we cooked. The first kind of chicken, this is a lemon garlic chicken. And literally all I did is I took 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 3 cloves of garlic, and I took 1 lemon. I used a garlic press on 3 cloves of garlic. I squeezed an entire lemon into a bowl and I let this marinate for an hour, okay? I threw it on the grill. It tastes freaking amazing. Like, it really tastes amazing. The next chicken I have here, I want to show you the seasoning. This seasoning comes from Sam's Club. It's an ancho chili seasoning. And my favorite thing to put it on is chicken when it goes on the grill. So I just take a regular chicken breast and I coat it in this seasoning and I cook it on the grill. And oh my Lord, it tastes amazing. This seasoning on its own, just okay. Like, I could take it or leave it. But when you put it on chicken and you put that on the grill, something like magical happens when you combine the grill, the chicken, and the seasoning. It is so good. You don't need any sauce with it. You can just cut it up. It's very flavorful, so it's really good in salads. You can dice it up just like this and use it for fajitas. You can dice it up just like this and use it for tacos. You can eat it just like this. My kids eat it, and my daughter does not like spicy. So if you're seeing the ancho chili and you're like, oh, Carmen, I don't like spicy. It's got a tiny kick to it, a tiny kick. But my daughter, who's 3, does not like spicy, and she eats this seasoning absolutely fine. One of the things you heard me talk about are black bean burgers. These are made by Morningstar. And these are a spicy black bean burger. And they say spicy, but they're not terribly spicy. And for one of these, it's 110 calories. And my favorite way to eat this, let me grab this. My favorite way to eat this, I'm normally a burger and a bun person, but when it comes to these black bean burgers, I will take I will use this for the bed, and when you cook it in the oven, and I just put these babies in the oven. This is what they look like prior to being cooked, and literally I will put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Comes out, I will layer it with ketchup and mustard or whatever sauce that you like, pickles, purple onion, tomato, and then you slap on another one of these. It is freaking amazing. I have never been a fan of lettuce buns. I've done it before because it's healthier than a big fat hamburger bun. Never been a fan of it. I don't know what the deal is with the combination of the spicy black bean burger and the lettuce buns and all the toppings. The only thing I will tell you is before you put your pickle on, lay your pickle on a napkin, because if not, that pickle spear and all the juice is going to make it really slidey. So put your pickle spear on a napkin before I buy those little sandwich pickle slices. Put it on a napkin, let all the juice come out of it. But these are amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. My husband loves them, and my husband's not really he's a meat guy. Like if he's going to have a hamburger, he's like, give me the meat, honey. He's not really a lettuce bun kind of guy. He's like, give me the cheeseburger. Are you with me? And he actually, last week, he said, babe, can we have those black bean burgers on some lettuce buns? I'm like, oh, they are so good, aren't they? And of course, he's like, yeah, they're good. He doesn't like to admit that he likes it. He calls it like foo-foo food. But the foo-foo food, it's good for you and it's freaking delicious. So if you've never had these, go get them. Kroger has them on sale. You can get them at Walmart, Kroger. Sam's Club has them. Sam's Club actually has them. They make them bigger. So Sam's Club has some that are like twice as big. Like my husband, a lot of times, he'll have 2 of these for dinner. I will sometimes too. But at Sam's Club, you can just get the really big one. I prefer the small ones, but you can get the big ones. All right. Okay, dokie. Oh, let me see. What else am I? Oh, this right here is non-fat Greek yogurt. And I have mixed it with Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. So I took what I was going to be eating this week, already pre-measured it out, mixed it up inside of here. You can mix this up. This will stay good the entire week inside the fridge. So I mixed it up. It's in a container, ready to go. Okay? I'm trying to figure out what other food prepping. Oh, here, steel cut oats. Oh my gosh, steel cut oats. So steel cut oats is kind of like oatmeal, but instead of like the little squares, it's like little flaky stuff. Steel cut oats, I eat this in the mornings. If I'm gonna be home, if I'm being honest, I cook this right in the morning. It takes about 15 minutes to cook. But I wanted to show you, like if we have a really busy week, or I'm not gonna have a lot of times in the morning, I will pre-cook this. You can put it in an individual container. The only thing I'll do is I add cinnamon to it, add a little bit of cinnamon. And then how I would eat this is I would take some natural peanut butter. And if you, by the way, if you've just joined us, here we have we're meal prepping for an entire 7-day meal. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner plus snacks. All the food you're seeing is all the food for those meals. And these are all under 1,200 calories per day for 3 meals and snacks. Just by liking and sharing this video, you will get a copy of this entire 7-day menu sent to your inbox, which is pretty crazy. Someone's already done the work for you. I know a lot of times people are like, Carmen, if someone would just tell me what to eat, I would eat it. But I can't figure out what the heck to eat. So here, this is a sample menu of stuff that I eat every single week, have maintained a size to eating this food. Yeah, you're gonna get that sent to your inbox just for doing that. But I would drizzle some natural peanut butter right over here and then add 1 cup of strawberries. I would warm this up, like if I had pre-cooked this, I'd warm it up in the microwave, or if you're not a microwave person, add some water, warm it up on the stove, add some cinnamon. If you like sweet, I use stevia, liquid stevia. When I'm cooking it, I just put a couple of droppers of liquid stevia in it if I'm cooking a big batch of it. And that's gonna give you the sweetness without having to use sugar. And stevia is an all-natural, plant-based sweetener, so you don't have to worry about it being, you know, a lot of the Equal and Splenda and all of those. I don't know why they're not good for you. I cannot remember what they have in them, but I know they have something in them that's not good for you. But anyway, all right. So what I'm going to show you, really quickly. Let me grab this. One of the things we eat a lot in my house is sweet potatoes, and I've never been a sweet potato girl. I did not like sweet potatoes because one of the ways I had them cooked was boiled. And a boiled sweet potato to me tastes like freaking baby food. However, I have developed the most amazing way to cook them. You take them in the skins, all you do is wash them. And you put them in the oven at 450 degrees for about an hour. You're gonna feel them. And I don't know if you can see this. The skin kind of puffs up and it actually like detaches from the potato. Can you see that? Now you can store these in the refrigerator just like this, or you can peel the skin and store them in the refrigerator just like this. Because when you peel this, first off, it's so easy to peel. Look at that. Like, see how the skin isn't even attached to the potato anymore? See how easy this is to peel? Like, the skin literally just comes right off. Just like this. And you're gonna see when you roast it in the oven, you actually get these little brown spots on the potato, and that is flavor. That is the potato like starting to caramelize a little bit inside of that wrapper. It is absolutely freaking amazing. And I like to eat these with just a little bit of sea salt. If I need some extra fat in my diet that day, some coconut oil with some sea salt. Oh, so good. My husband, he likes sweet potato and cinnamon. I'm a sweet potato, coconut oil, and salt. If I don't need any extra fat, well, it's just sweet potato and sea salt for me. So, okay. And then here are just tomatoes. I buy whatever tomatoes are on sale. Typically beefsteak, vine ripe's probably my favorite if I'm not gonna grow them outside. Okay. So next I wanna go into, I actually wanna show you how to prep. So if you were actually going to be prepping some of this stuff, what that would look like, okay? So I'm gonna give you some examples of some food prep. Sorry. My cameras, they can hear you saying sorry. She coughed and said sorry. All right, so here I have some containers, and you can get all different kinds of containers. You can order some offline that are BPA free, that are food containers, storage containers. You can go to Walmart and get these containers right here. You can do circle ones. You can really do any kind of container that you want. So I want to kind of show you what it would look like if you were to prep this in a, so let me go to dinner on day one, okay? Dinner on day one is going to be 1 cup of sweet potato. So I happen to know that's 1 cup. So I take my 1 cup of sweet potato. I have 2 cups of broccoli. Now broccoli, you can do a couple different ways. You can either take the fresh florets and cook them up ahead of time, or they have these little steam bags. My husband eats these a lot. I eat them when I'm traveling. You put them in the microwave. If you're not a microwave person, that's totally fine. You can heat it up on the stovetop. I did this in the microwave before we went. And you're gonna get 2 cups of this. Inside of here is 4 cups. So you're gonna eat half of the bag of broccoli, which is quite a lot of broccoli. I'm a garlic salt person, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some garlic salt on there. And then it would be 4 ounces of our lemon garlic chicken. And now we just put that right in there like that. And there would be 1 meal. You would literally put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and you have a meal. You can freeze this as well. So if it's gonna be sitting in your fridge more than 3 days, you can pop it in the freezer, take it out the night before, and it's absolutely going to be good. All right, let's go to another meal here. I wanna show you how to prep. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'm trying to get to one that I want to get to one that's a little bit different. Okay. It all, when you're looking at the sheet, it all kind of looks the same when you start looking at it. It's like, wait, what the heck? Okay. Okay. So next I have some quinoa. We're gonna have 1 cup of quinoa. Aiden, there's nothing I can do until I'm done, buddy. You're fine. Go to bed. All right, you guys are going to be with me while I pray for my son. After I pray, buddy, are you going to go to bed? Try again. Dear Heavenly Father, we pray that you heal Aiden's leg, dear Lord, that you take any bruising, any pain away, and you just heal him right now in Jesus' name. Where do you have me throw it? Out the window. All gone. No joke. He has been wailing upstairs. He says his leg hurts. Now, he's done nothing to his leg. He's perfectly fine. But just like that, he literally stopped crying in an instant. He will go in there and go to sleep. So anyway, that little thing works amazing. I learned that from the parent program, Grooming the Next Generation for Success by Danny Johnson. Absolutely amazing. That little thing right there works freaking. We had some kids at our house a month or so ago. They were outside hurting themselves and we prayed for them. Next thing I know, I have all these 5 kids running in. They're like, Miss Carmen, will you pray I hurt myself? Miss Carmen, will you pray I hurt myself? So anyway, okay. So here we have our 1 cup of quinoa. Next, we're gonna have 2 cups of green beans. And each meal, when you're eating, one of the things I try to eat a macronutrient balanced meal. And macronutrient just means, macronutrients are what make up your food. So it's protein, it's fat, and it's carbohydrates. And so for me, I eat 40% carbohydrates, 40% protein, and 20% fat. And so with each meal, I'm gonna have a carb like quinoa or sweet potato or corn tortillas. I'm gonna have a fibrous carb like broccoli, like green beans, like cauliflower, tomatoes, cucumber, whatever it is. And then I'm also gonna have a protein as well. So then I would just take my 6 ounces of this chicken breast. I would cut that. And that's gonna go in the container. And on here you can put some sea salt, you can put some soy sauce, some Bragg's amino acids, you can put whatever you want. And here we have a meal. You can take this to work, and I promise this is gonna be so much better. A, it's gonna save you money. B, it's going to be healthier. You're not gonna have to run out of work and try to get something on your lunch break, so you're actually gonna be able to enjoy your lunch break instead of trying to hustle, beating the crowds to a restaurant. It's gonna save you money, it's gonna save your waistline, and it's gonna be good for you, fueling your body, and it tastes good. All right. So I wanna show you, I have got quite the mess going on here. I wanna show you, let's just say one of my lunches, how I would prep this. One of my lunches that I'm gonna have would be, let me grab my cauliflower and my, all right. So for one of the days, I'm having, let me grab my measuring cup. One of the days I'm having 1 cup of cauliflower for lunch. It's hard when they're a little bit bigger. So I'd put that inside of here. What I'm about to show you, I ate for lunch almost every single day while I was losing weight. Kind of crazy, huh? 1 cup of broccoli. One serving of carrot sticks. And 1 serving of red pepper. So I would be eating all of this with this ranch dip. Ranch dip and all of these vegetables. And I would be eating 4 ounces of chicken breast. So if I was going to work, I would bag this up. I would take my chicken. I would bag this up. So going to work with me would be my vegetables, my chicken, and then on that day I would also be having, one of the things you see on this meal plan is going to be these rice cakes. They have all different kinds that make them. They have organic, non-organic, you take your pick. These are caramel and chocolate. So that day I had down for 1 chocolate rice cake. The caramel chocolate and the apple cinnamon are my favorite. If you're doing a Quaker brand, there's some other brands that have some really good ones too. They're just not always as convenient for me to get. So these are the ones I eat most often. So I would get the vegetables, the chicken, a rice cake, and all of this freaking ranch dip. Do you see all this dip? That means you can have some vegetable with your ranch. That means you can, if you are a ranch person, you can slather your vegetable in it. It doesn't have to be, in the base of this ranch dip is non-fat Greek yogurt. So it's actually got protein in it. It's healthy. It's got probiotics in it, which helps your gut, helps you be regular. So if you have a problem pooping, it's gonna help you with that. Yeah. All right. So let's do another one. Is this helping anybody? Seeing any of this? Is this giving you some ideas on stuff that you can do? So here in this one, I'm gonna have 1 cup of quinoa again, or brown rice. And then I have some carrots, some peas, and some corn. And I'm gonna actually mix this with the quinoa on this day. So just spicing it up a little bit. A lot of times when you see meal prep, and a lot of people that do a meal prep all a week ahead of time, everything's the exact same thing. You can cook a lot of this stuff ahead of time or prep it. And the way that I do it, you end up getting a lot of variety versus just eating chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato. Chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato for 7 days. I could eat chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato for 7 days, and so could you. Because we can. I mean, it's not going to kill us. We can eat the same exact thing for every meal and be totally fine. However, variety is nice sometimes. All right. On this particular day, I'm also going to have, where's my tongs? 1 cup of, let me move that, cameraman. 1 cup of green beans, that's what it is. And then 1 cup of broccoli. And my other piece, 4 ounces of chicken. Can you see how much food this is? This is a lot of food. And all these meals are based on a 1,200 calorie a day allotment. And you're talking about a lot of meals. When we have the tacos, let me show you what kind of taco shells that we use. White corn tortilla. We buy the big packs because I have tacos. We have tacos for lunch, tacos for dinner. And they come like this. Now for me, just this plain corn tortilla, just like this, tastes blah, 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 blah. I do not even like it. But when you take this, you warm up a frying pan. And you just put a frying pan, you don't need any cooking spray. You can use cooking spray, but you don't even need it. You put it on medium heat. You put it in the frying pan until it starts to get a little bit brown. And you do that on both sides. It changes the flavor, it changes the texture, and you can do that ahead of time. So if I know that I'm gonna be going somewhere and I'm taking the tacos with me, I'll warm them up on both sides. Let's just say I'm having 3. I'll brown all 3 sides of these. Right now, they're like really flimsy. They break really easily. But when you warm them up, oh, they're so freaking good. Like so good. I don't like, if someone serves me a taco like this, I'm like, oh man, do you have flour tortillas? But when you heat it up, it just changes the texture. It changes the flavor. Trust me. So warm it up, brown on each side. I would put these right in either a Ziploc container or a bag. If you're putting them in hot, wrap them in a napkin first. So that way the steam doesn't like get into them. So put them in the middle of a napkin, put them in a bag, and now you're all set to go to work and you can have your tacos at work. And this is just plain white corn tortillas. For all these tortillas, it's like less than $3 for this giant thing. You can also get the little packages of tortillas for like $1. I think it's like 50 of them in there. This is 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds of tortillas. We eat them. And these will stay good for quite a while inside of your house too. No sugar added, no cholesterol, low sodium, gluten-free. There you go. All right, I want to do a couple more and then we will, okay. So here I'm going to do, it's 9:23, we're almost out of time anyway, so that's good timing. 1 cup of sweet potato. And we'll say this one's for my husband, so we're gonna add some cinnamon, because he likes it. And then I have another bag of these little steam things. When I'm out of town, this is one of cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. When I'm out of town, my husband eats these a lot. So 2 cups of that. And then on this day, we're gonna have this same thing right here. And you can make sauce, like if you're a ranch person, you can take some of that ranch dip and put that right on top of your chicken. Like let's just say you had quinoa or brown rice, you can put it right on top of there and you're gonna be all set. And again, if you're a single person, if I was single, I would probably do this more. I'm a mom, I've got 2 kids, so to do these containers for all of us every day wouldn't really be well, my refrigerator is not big enough to do that. But this at least should give you some options on what to do. The biggest thing is keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. When you're doing food prep, the simpler you can keep it, the better off you are. And the more planning you can do ahead of time, the better off you are. So hopefully this has helped. Hopefully this is giving you some ideas. And again, if you would like this 7-day meal plan, 1,200 calories, like and share the video. This is going to be in your inbox within the next 24 to 48 hours. I hope you guys got some good stuff that you're going to apply out of this. Join us next week, same time, same place, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good week.